Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I just thought I'd do a Feral Druid Battleground Blitz strategy video for you guys. You guys kind of asked me about this kind of video before, although it was mostly for all the specs / classes, which I don't know, I don't think I'm going to be able to do because every spec and class has a different strategy for Blitz, so it's kind of a lot harder to do. So for right now, I'm just going to be doing Feral on giving my strategies that have been working well for me, as well as like different things to talk about. Where Battleground Blitz is kind of like unpredictable, where either people don't say anything and you're just gonna have to take things as how they go, which I'll explain throughout the video, or some people might give you different strategies for different times. Every group is different, so I'm just going to talk about different things throughout this video. You'll see some clips that I've done on stream / made in videos, and etc. So currently right now, I'm 2625, rank 18 feral. I'm trying to climb as high as I can go, and just want to put that out there. Just people want to know where I'm at right now. And yeah, so let's go ahead and begin. Alright guys, first up is Battle for Gilneas. So if you're playing Alliance on this side of the map, which I'm currently on right now, the best strategy for this is to immediately go for the waterworks and try and root and slow them down on the Horde side. So as you can see, I immediately rooted them all. I go cat farm. I try and stun as CC as many people as I can. Luckily, the Demon Hunter's the same idea I do. And we managed to slow them all down, and we stole waterworks without even having to win the team fight. So that is the ultimate strategy. This strategy works about, I want to say, 70% of the time since I've been doing this. It doesn't work every single time because there's some people that manage to either A, not do that and we don't get it, or B, somebody on their team stops it. So it doesn't work every single time, but so far 70% of the time it has worked for me. And it's worked pretty well. So like I said, we managed to get waterworks without even having to win the team fight. So just stop them at waterworks, and it works a good majority of the time. But like I said, there's a small chance it doesn't. If you're on the Horde side of this battleground, use our feral mobility, because like you saw, there's going to be people that try to slow you down, and just try and spin it as long as you can. Just wild charge, get out of stealth, interrupt the flag, because I guarantee you, as you saw, people are going to try and do that strategy I just showed you guys. It's going to happen. So if you're Alliance, try and slow them down with mass entanglements or vortex. Doesn't matter whichever one you're running. And if you're Horde, try to spin the flag and just wild charge out of the roots and slows as best as you can, try to get an interrupt off. So that's the best way to do it. So also, if by some chance you don't have anybody that really wants to defend, because there's groups that can be like this, and this goes back to what I was saying earlier, and people are extremely unpredictable, you're going to have to play defense. Sometimes people will just not talk at all, and people won't want to defend. Then you're just going to have to defend no matter what side you're on. Unfortunately, I've had those kind of games, but it's not as rare where you're gonna have to do that, because most of the time it's either a hunter or a rogue defending, from my battleground experiences. So, but if by some chance people just don't care and not gonna come up with any plan, which is pretty rare at high rating these days. Most of the time when I get those kind of groups, it's usually a low MMR, but when I'm on my alts. But if by some chance that does happen, you're gonna have to probably defend and step up. And yeah, so just as a quick heads up. But yeah, that's pretty much the strategies for this map. Just to summarize it up one more time: root them if you're on the Alliance side at water, and maybe you might get a miracle and get waterworks without even having to fight for it. If you're on Horde, use your mobility and try to spin as much as you can at waterworks while your team catches up. So unfortunately, Alliance do have a better advantage on this map. So yeah, and that's pretty much it for Battle for Gilneas. Alright guys, up next is AB, and this clip, what you're seeing here, is not the usual standard, but I feel like it was a good example of Battleground Blitz in a nutshell. Normally, 99% of the time, you are going to go mines, probably with a paladin and a mage, usually, at least from my experiences. And you will be floating between stables and farm and defending mines. That's usually the Feral Druid battleground main strategy for this map. So just want to put that quick out there that you'll probably most likely always go mines and float between farm and stables. Most likely probably between stables and mines, because those are the two you'll probably be defending and they'll need help. But this clip what you're seeing right now is a pretty good example of unpredictable battleground blitz, and I feel like is a really good example. I saw like already enough people going mines, and so I decided to go lumber mill because I thought we would need help there, but nobody decided to go blacksmith and spit it. So if you want to win battleground blitz, you're gonna have to pay attention, and if nobody is stepping up to go to do certain things like they're supposed to, then you'll just have to take the job for them. So like I said, nobody goes over to blacksmith. I decided to go spin that for myself. Luckily, the priest paid enough attention, and we managed to win this fight together because he actually paid enough attention to help me out because nobody decided to go blacksmith. So I feel like this was a pretty good example. But yeah, so good strategy for battleground blitz is if you don't see anybody doing this, you're gonna have to step up for it yourself. Otherwise, 99% of the time you're gonna be spitting and defending mines, and you're gonna be floating stables if it needs help. That's been my battleground blitz experience. That's if you're on alliance. If you're on horde, you'll have to be defending farm and probably floating that with mines as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the standard battleground blitz strategy um, for Feral. It's just try and spin between stables and mines, and if people are not messing around like you saw in my clip, just try and step up and spin where something else is needed. But like I said, 99% of the time you will be uh, defending mines and floating between stables and probably farm as well. Those are like the three main bases you'll probably be spinning around, and then everybody else should be spinning blacksmith and lumber mill. Alright, up next is Twin Peaks / Warsong. I basically used the same strategy on this map, and this is probably my best win rate map, I know, because it's probably my favorite map, and I do this map all the time, even in randoms, because I just love it so much. But yeah, this is probably my best map, and the strategies pretty much are the exact same for both maps. And pretty much on both of the maps, what I love to do is just slow and gank the flag carrier right away. The team will team fight in the middle, and I will just immediately go after the flag carrier. You will have either a good chance of killing him or at least getting all the cooldowns possible out of him. That's the goal. So, for example, you can see right now I am just ganking the flag carrier, slowing him down. The goal is to obviously kill him, hopefully. But even if I don't, as long as I get all the majors cooldowns out of him, and that'll help out the team in the future, that is pretty much the main goal. So that is what I do on both Warsong and Twin Peaks, and this has pretty much got me most of my wins on this map. So, like I said, Warsong and Twin Peaks are probably my best win rates out of all the maps in Battleground Blitz, and this has been my best strategy, and it has worked pretty much a good majority of the time. The only time it doesn't work is if the team usually doesn't win team fights, but even outside of that, it still helps out at the beginning. And once you are done with that, like, see, we managed to kill the flag carrier here because I got all the cooldowns out of him, so it ended up working out really well. And then outside of that, you just go on offense, kill their flag carrier. It's just pretty much that simple. So that's my best strategy for this map, and yeah, it's really rather simple. CC's healers on Twin Peaks and Warsong, if they're on the roof, second floor, you can typhoon their teammates off the second floor as well, and it'll help kill the flag carrier pretty much easier as well. I've done that quite a few times. But yeah, outside of that, pretty simple. Just kill the flag carrier, slow him down as much as possible if you know who it is. Most of the time, it's usually a Mistweaver, Disciplined Priest, or a Preservation Evoker, so do keep those three in mind. And yeah, pretty simple. That's the strategy for Warsong and Twin Peaks. Alright, up next is Temple. There's not really much to say for Temple. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Just pick up the orbs. Unfortunately, this is Pharaoh's worst map out of every Battleground Blitz map. This is literally the worst possible map for Pharaoh because we're terrible with orbs. But unfortunately, that's just the way it is. Just pick up the orbs. We do have the mobility to get the orbs faster than a lot of other classes. So if you see a not flag carrier, but if you see an orb carrier about to die, just run out there, grab the orb, and that's just pretty much it for the temple. It's pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people know this map by now. It's just grab the orb. It's just that nobody ever wants to pick up the orbs, and I don't blame anybody. It makes you a huge target. You die instantly. But unfortunately, that's just the way how it is for this map. And like I said, it is Pharaoh's worst map. You can't stealth, which means you can't get any opener, and you're a target, which means you have to bear form. You can't really fight back, So like I said, unfortunately, it is Pharaoh's worst map, but that's how you win this map. Just pick up the orbs and do your best. And that's pretty much it for this map. It's just a simple strategy of picking up orbs. Do your best and hope your other teammates pick up the orbs. And that's Temple. Alright, up next is Battleground Blitz Eye of the Storm. This is probably single-handedly the worst Battleground Blitz maps in the game. Every other map, at least, is kind of like tolerable. Like, putting aside Temple is the worst for Feral because we're just really bad at that map. Battleground Blitz Eye of the Storm is hands down just the most miserable experience of all the Battleground maps. So, unfortunately, I don't have a decent clip out of this. I'm just gonna talk how this map works. For Battleground Blitz, Eye of the Storm, there's only 2 bases up at a time. At the start is Dreaded Ruins and Fellreaver. Mage Tower and Blood Elf Tower are not up at the start. And whenever you capture a flag, the next 2 bases are being able to be taken. So, for example, Dreaded Ruins and Fellreaver won't be capable anymore after we cap the flag. And Mage Tower and Blood Elf Tower will be capable next. So that is pretty much how it switches between in Eye of the Storm and Battleground Blitz. Unfortunately, this goes back to what I said before in my AB clip. You just kind of got to step up, and if people don't step up. And nobody decided to go defense, so I got stuck on guard duty here. So that is not usually the normal strat for Feral Druid Battleground Blitz on this mode, but it's a pretty good example of once again showing if you want to win, you got to step up and do what other people won't, because people are just unpredictable in Battleground Blitz, and if people don't defend, go do it yourself, because you just got to win somehow. Try your best. It's all that matters. But for the normal standard Feral Druid strategy on this map is you'll probably be going in middle, and I would use AoE cleave build on this map and just put as much bleeds as you can on people and get so many ferocious bites. Also, I would typhoon people off the cliff if you can, because a lot of the time you can probably get some people knocked off the cliff. Even knocking them out for a little bit of time helps out quite a bit. And if you're very, very confident and think you can 1v1 and get Dreaded Ruins or Fellreaver, depending on what side you're on, try and go for it. You can maybe get a 2-cap for your team and try and hold it as long as possible. And I cannot stress this enough. Tell your team, and this is for you guys as well, do not, and I repeat, do not capture the flag if you have 2 bases. If you, by some miracle, you get 2 bases, hold it the entire game as long as you can. It is way more important than a flag. Do not capture the base or the flag with 2 bases. I cannot tell you how many times I have lost a Battleground Blitz Eye of the Storm when we had a huge lead because some dude decides to capture the flag with 2 bases. And then by some chance, the other team captures 2 bases and they end up winning the game because of that. Like, it is the most tilting experience I have ever had on this mode. So, just to redo this one more time, do not capture the flag when you have 2 bases controlled. Just let in fact, just jump off the cliff with the flag. Let it reset. Let the other team get it. Let them hold it. Like, seriously, just let them hold it. They can't go anywhere with it, and they won't get any points. Like, seriously, I just cannot stress it enough. Do not capture the flag when you have 2 bases. So many people have done it, and I have lost so many Blitz Eye of the Storms when we should have won because of it. It's so tilting. So, yeah, do not do that. And to summarize the Battleground Blitz strategy for Feral once again, you'll most likely be going middle, AoE cleaving, knock people off cliffs with Typhoons if you can. If you're feeling confident, try and ninja this, a second base, but if not, then just AoE middle, CC healers, a Cyclone. That's pretty much it. And unfortunately, like I said, Eye of the Storm is the most tilting battleground map in the game, so best of luck. Alright guys, up next is Silvershard Mines. This one is probably one of the maps I actually see the most, and this one's pretty simple. You're just going to be going off carts. If by some chance your team tells you not to go off carts, because I've had like 1 or 2 games that people told me not to go off carts for whatever reason, then you'll probably be in the lava team fight. But usually for the good majority of the time, you will probably be on off cart duty, and you'll be with most likely a rogue, a hunter, or a paladin. Those are the classes that usually get sent on off cart duty. So you'll be pretty much probably with them. So, but yeah, that's just pretty much the strategy for this map is you're on off cart duty, which means you're going to be going middle and top most of the time. And if by some chance the group says, nah, you're not going to do off carts, you'll just be running cleave build on lava and trying to win the lava fight. So that's pretty much it for Silvershard Mines. Pretty simple. Just do off carts. If your team says don't do off carts and go lava, switch to the cleave build and AoE cleave people down at lava. And that's it. Just win off carts best as you can. And that's the strategy for this map. Alright, up next is Deepwind. So for Deepwind, the strategy here is you'll either be A, defending, which is very rare. I don't usually defend much on this map because everybody that always defends is usually Hunter or a Rogue, sometimes a Lock, but I usually never have to defend on this map. But my strategies on this one is usually if you're on the Alliance side, go Ruins. Normally you'll have help, but for whatever reason, the person who was assigned to go Ruins with me decided not to go help me this game. And then if you're on Horde, you'll be going Farm. And then you'll pretty much float between Ruins and Shrine if you're Alliance, and if you're Horde, you'll be floating between Quarry and Farm. And that's pretty much the strategy for this map. So to summarize it up again, you'll go Ruins on Alliance side, and you'll go Farm on Horde side, and then you'll just float between Quarry and Farm, whichever needs help, pretty much. And if there's other people helping out, like for example, if there's already a few people at Shrine, and there's a few people at Quarry, then just defend Farm and Ruins, and spin it as long as you can. And that's pretty much it for this map. So just make sure you float between your whatever side you're playing, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Alright, last but not least is the new map for this expansion, Deepole Ravine. This one is pretty straightforward. As Feral, you're just going to want to ninja the carts as best as you can. I always try to go to the cart at the beginning and try and ninja the other team's cart while the team fights in middle to get the crystal, because we're better at ninjaing things, kind of like similar to Rogue. Unfortunately, this doesn't always work. Like you can see in the clip right now, I tried to ninja at the beginning, didn't work out. Healer came to save the mage that was defending it. So unfortunately, it won't always work. But that is pretty much what I like to start off at the beginning of the battleground. And if it doesn't work, then just go and join your team fight at the beginning and just help them out and try and wipe out the team. Make sure you stay on carts, hold down the carts as much as you can. Try and spin the crystal too if you can, although carts are sometimes, I feel like, a little bit more important. And then once the 2 carts capture at the very beginning, just run out of the team fight and go straight to the other team's cart because it's about to reset, and see if you can ninja the cart at the beginning. And also another tip, because I know this map is new still to a lot of people, you can capture the crystal and the other faction's base as well. There's a highlighted thing you'll see when you go up the hill, and you can capture the crystal in either side's base. So I see a lot of people run to the other side where their faction base is and try and cap it. Like for example, I've seen some people kill the crystal carrier and then they think they have to run it all the way back to their base, and you don't have to do that. So Yeah, that's just a quick tip. If you kill a crystal carrier, to to just cap it at whatever's closest, whether it be their base or yours. And as you can see right now, the 2 carts captured. I quickly run out of the team fight, and I'm gonna try and capture the other team's cart right away. Unfortunately, somebody killed the mage and he rezzed here, so I got unlucky and wasn't able to do that. He's smart enough to defend the cart now, so I have to kill him. But you guys kind of get the general idea. First time I wasn't able to ninja the carts, and if they were able to defend it, this time he's by himself, so I'm trying my best to kill him, and we can maybe ninja it and get a few extra points. Unfortunately, I got unlucky again, and there's a hunter who rezzed, so she was able to defend now too. But that's pretty much the strategy for this map, is just make sure you try to ninja the carts as soon as they reset, because the more points you get, the better, and it works out really well. The strategy works out really well for this map. It's how I usually win this map. And even if you don't ninja the cart, taking some people out of the team fight, which there's 3 people out of the team fight right now, is still pretty good. So maybe you'll get some crystal ninjas through that. So that's pretty much it for the strategy for this map, and this should be the last map of the game. Let me know what you guys think of the strategies for the video, and I will see you guys later. Peace.